So this is one other way as well we can use. I'm going to show you how to set data, set school data. So now when you're trying to set school data, it catches that. It catches that. The mic catches that. Yeah. So now we're going to try to hop into something else here. How to set data. So as you can see here, we have data setters right here. And this data setters collect a lot of informations and then add them to the database like this. This is kind of wrong. It's correct, but it's really complicated to do it like this. The best way you can have it completed is instead of asking for each data from the other page, like string and everything else, you can just ask once, which is like this. So you can just ask required data this, and which data we're gonna try to ask for. Well, see how the data is being asked here. String. Well, we want a data model, right? So we just name it data. So we get the school model, and then we named it data because the previous page that is going to use this functionalities would need to be required to provide us with a school model data. So now that we have a school model data, this is how we can apply it. Let's just let's see here. We go to Firebase. Oh well, we just need to find the whole fire thing. So what we're going to do is that we're going to make fire dot collection. Within the collection, we can name it schools, right? And once you name it schools, we go for docs, and then we look for what document are we looking for. We don't have a specific document, but maybe we can get a specific data. So what I'm going to add here is something that says string ID, just to give the school an ID, and we're going to try to add it right here as well. So what's going to happen is that once we access this data, we can access any data within it. So we just need to add a dot, and then we can access any data that have been applied to this specific page. And then now we can add. Let's see if we can add. Looks like we can't. Or we have to set. So the thing is that as long as you mention an ID, you just have to set the data now. So now if we're going to set a new data with a new ID, new data, this is how it's being added. We give me a few seconds. We create a value and then we create a key and then give it a value. This is a map. As you can see, the same way we receive it in map, as you can see, we are receiving it in map. That's how we're going to be saving it as well in map. So it's a very simple case. As long as this one is coming through and everything else is aligned, we have set school data, and we're going to try and grab this set school data and add it individually here. Now there's an easier way that this can be completed, but as of right now, this is the best way that I can see from my end. So what we have to do here is that we simply just copy these data and put them here. Let's make a bunch of them. Perfect. And now we name them differently up here. So we give it different types of names in all of this code. Let's give it. We're gonna have to go through this process for a while. Region. So let's see. Okay. So I'm gonna go for a few seconds. I'll be right back with an updated data, and then we can take a deeper look into this. It looks like this might take some time. So of course we're gonna give it an ID right here. So for now, these are the sets of data. If something's missing, would be added later on. So we just copy these data and put them here, because that's the same thing we did with on the other region. So this is how you can speed code into making a whole application. For normal dev or a new dev, it would take them a few hours to have this heading right. So, okay, so you see here region, and see if we have something missing here. Yeah, of course, there's a lot of things that are missing. Student has student counts, right? Yeah, student counts. Let's copy this as well. Let's say owner, right? Owners. So we have owner name and owner counts. Owner counts. Oh wait, we don't have owner counts. We have owner email. So we have owner email. Let's see. I believe this is everything. Right? Is there a description? No description. So description. Okay. So now that we've tackled all this, as you can see, we've already set the data. Then this one's going to be uploaded to the database and everything else, right? Perfect. So one of the things I'd like to mention is that before you heading into this, or you get the data from school data, you wouldn't like to keep getting the same data over again. You know, adding more data. So what you would like to do is just clear this data at the top. Dot clear, and now this one would be cleared. So I have to add this right here. So it will clear this data before you add a new data into this, right? Perfect. So let's say right now what you've done within the project is that you've added this, you set a score with this data, right? You've added this to the database, right? And now you would like to update the app to let them know that now there's a new data there. It's as simple as this. What you'll have to do is that you simply have to get over here and then just run this functionality and then make sure you press update. So this is very important. This update allows you to be able to update the project if it's required. Let's just take a look here. It seems like there's something else is wrong. Okay, so I wrote updated, which is incorrect. It's supposed to be only update, and that should be recognized by GetX, because GetX updates the page as soon as you put in update. So as you can see, there seems to be an issue. There's an ID, which is something that we need to collect from the database. Let me just collect it here real quick. So we're gonna add the ID. Perfect. So one of the things I'd like to mention is that as soon as you're done applying this update, you know, right after all the data have been collected and separated, you need to add update functionality to make sure that it updates itself. Awesome. So that is all for this video. Furthermore, you'll be able to see it under later on.